Hey guys, welcome to tonight's webinar. I am so excited that y'all have given me the most absolute valuable thing that you have, which is your time. As you can see, we have a chat set up over here on the side. If you want to just drop your name and where you're from so that we can all just kind of get to know each other, that would be awesome. So welcome to tonight's webinar. In the next 30 minutes, you're going to learn exactly how you can find profitable products to sell on Amazon by using online arbitrage without spending thousands of dollars to get started. I'm also going to share with you what this crazy Amazon FBA insane opportunity is all about and how it can absolutely totally change your life just like it did mine. So my name is Morgan and I go by Cajunventures online, obviously, and I have been selling on Amazon for 4 years. Today, I'm going to explain step by step exactly how you can get started selling on Amazon FBA. So if you have any questions for me throughout the webinar, I do have my partner Brooke moderating so he can answer anything I can't get to, but feel free to drop them in the box because at the end of this webinar, I'm going to do a free question and answer any questions that you have. And also, if you stay until the very end, we have a very special bonus for you that will make you even more profitable right away. So just to give you an idea of what we're going to be talking about today, here's exactly what you're going to learn from this webinar. You are going to learn exactly what you need to do step by step to make money from the comfort of your home selling on Amazon. You're going to learn from our mistakes, and trust me, we made a lot of them so that you can avoid making them yourself. And the best part is you're going to get access to all the materials you need to use, learn, download, and be successful at selling on Amazon. What I'm going to share with you in this webinar literally has the power to change your life, every single aspect of it. So feel free to grab a pen and paper because you're probably going to want to take notes. I want you to focus 100% of your attention on this presentation. Y'all let me know in the chat. Can you just give me 30 minutes for something that can maybe help you quit a job that you hate or maybe just get some extra income to make your life a little bit easier? Y'all let me know if you can do that. All right, so since your time is the most valuable thing you have, let's jump right into this, y'all. All right, so have you ever felt like you're just surviving, but you're not really thriving? You might be dreading going to your job 5 days a week. I know that we sure were before we quit. And you ever feel like you would rather be your own boss and maybe you did everything in the right order, but it didn't end up exactly how you wish that it would have? If so, then that might be why you are here today trying to learn how to sell on Amazon. The thing is, the world is always evolving, and a lot of people have this misconception that you actually have to spend thousands of dollars to open a retail store on Amazon. Thanks to Amazon, that is no longer the case. So as an Amazon seller, you can actually sell from anywhere in the world. All you need is Wi-Fi, and you don't even need any e-commerce or selling experience to be successful. As I mentioned before, if you can stay until the very end, we are offering you some bonuses that are really, really going to help you. Amazon has a lot of products that are actually restricted, different brands and categories. We're going to give you a whole list of those and then a free Amazon sales rank chart that is basically a cheat sheet that will show you exactly how to find profitable products in every single category on Amazon. And then we're going to have the free question and answer from 2 7-figure Amazon sellers for you. So, as you know, the pandemic hit so many families so hard. In 2021, 1 out of every 2 Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. And my partner and I can totally relate to this because we both grew up. We both grew up in trailer parks. We never went without anything, but we were constantly worried about money. I grew up with a single mom who had 4 daughters, and I knew that when I grew up, I was not going to be worried about money like that because it's a financial stress is the worst thing in the world. So, who are we and what makes us Amazon experts? Well, I'm Morgan. I'm the founder and CEO of Cajunventures, and I am a 7-figure Amazon seller. Just saying that out loud blows my mind. In the past 4 years, we have sold $4.5 million on Amazon. And we started at Goodwill flipping books for $1. So that just blows my mind. When we used to have days we would sell $100, we were running around doing happy dances. So the fact that 4 years later we've done these numbers is insane. So we knew there had to be a better way than going to jobs that we hated that made us miserable. So that's where Amazon came into play. So about us, my friends all call me Little Mo, and I have been hustling since I was a little kid. I actually started selling online when I was 13. I wanted something that my mom couldn't afford, so we went to garage sales and we asked people for their leftovers. And that's when I learned if you're poor, you can make money. You just have to get really creative. So once I turned 16 and could finally get a job, I was working in the fast food industry. And then from 18 to 24, I waited tables and bartended. And then I did everything in the right order, went to school, and went into corporate sales in the waste industry. My partner, Brooke, he actually did a lot more manual labor than me. He was a sugarcane farmer his entire life. Then he was one of the first to graduate college, and we live in Louisiana, and he went into the oil field industry, which is so rocky and unstable. So it was really 2 jobs that were not making us happy. And so it's like your parents or your teachers tell you, go to school, graduate high school or college, get a good job, you're going to be happy. But you do it and then you're not happy. And it's kind of like you're just selling your soul for a paycheck. And I knew that there had to be a better way. So I actually saw a video online of somebody that said they were making all this money on Amazon. And instantly I was very, very skeptical. It just sounded way, way too good to be true. But I just decided, let's try it out. Let's start at Goodwill with books because it's only $1. That's all that we have to lose. And then a little bit of time that we invested. And the next thing I knew, our business was blowing up. So it's kind of crazy to think, but today we actually got a 2-week paycheck from Amazon, and it was for $31,741.46. Actually, it was yesterday, the 11th, but we started selling with just $1 and no experience whatsoever. We do not come from families with any sort of financial advising, investing. Like, we had no freaking clue what we were doing. Now, this payout is not all profit. This is after Amazon deducts their fees, but it is before our cost of good. I just want to be very transparent on that. So a lot of people don't believe the amount of money that you can make on Amazon. So I just wanted to provide a little bit of proof. This is actually our sales year to date. So for the past 12 months, we have done $951,000 in sales, which is really crazy, all things considered, especially it being a pandemic where literally millions of small businesses were closing down. Not only were we still making money, but we actually were thriving. Now, the money is awesome, don't get me wrong, but the money really wasn't what we were after because, once your bills are paid and your family is fed, Bill Gates always says, how many hamburgers can you eat? What we really were chasing was freedom because we didn't want to have to go somewhere every day and that we hated. We wanted to be able to work out in our living room at 9 a.m. if we want. We wanted to live life on our own terms. What would you feel like if you could make a change and you could be your own boss and you could actually control your schedule every day? What would you do? Let me know in the chat section. So like I said, it wasn't the money we were after. The greatest thing about Amazon is these are actually our 5 most recent payments, okay? So this wasn't just a one-time freak occurrence. This is something that's been happening pretty regularly. Now, granted, our very first year, we weren't starting out getting $30,000 payments whatsoever, but when you're making $1,000 extra dollars a month within 6 months, I mean, to us, that was a lot of money. That really, really inspired us to go all in on this Amazon thing. And the greatest thing about it is that not only did it allow us to be financially free, it allowed us to chase our other passions. We always wanted to flip a house. My goal was to do that by the time I was 30 years old. We actually were able to pay cash for this flip house that we flipped in the middle of a pandemic. And our other passion is travel. We were able to get a Sprinter van and travel the world. So Amazon really, really can change your life. All right, so Amazon is a golden opportunity. I'm sure that's exactly why you are here right now, because you know Amazon has taken over e-commerce and you want to get a piece of that pie. And I can't really say that I blame you for that. Even during a pandemic, they're one of the few companies whose sales really, really went up. So the crazy thing about Amazon is a lot of people don't realize that 55% of sales actually come from third-party sellers. And third-party sellers are just regular people like me and you. We run our entire business out of our garage. Before, we didn't even have a garage, so we rented out of an extra bedroom. So a lot of the sales are not even from Amazon. The majority are from small business owners. So it's really cool that they can give you FBA, which is fulfilled by Amazon, and you can get 2-day prime shipping for your customers, which is going to increase your sales 30 to 50%. So it's pretty crazy the amount of opportunity there is for Amazon. So every day I always get asked, is the market saturated? Is it too late to start selling on Amazon? And I'll tell you this, whenever we started 4 years ago, we were told that. We were told it's too late to start selling on Amazon. The market is so saturated. And as you can see, we have done $4.5 million since then. Last year during the pandemic, Amazon increased their third-party sales by over $30 billion from the previous year during a pandemic. They did $80.46 billion just from small business third-party sellers like me and you. Every single year, if you look at the stock market, Amazon is like just going up. Everything is going crazy. So it is definitely not too late to take advantage of the huge Amazon opportunity. People nowadays are all about working smarter and not harder. So they want convenience. And as you can see over here, I just put how Amazon totally dominates the e-commerce world. Like nobody really is competing with them. And I also shared some of the most frequently bought products on Amazon. Okay, so what the heck is Amazon FBA? So as I mentioned, it's fulfilled by Amazon. So how this works is you're going to have your products and you send them directly to Amazon's warehouse, and then they are going to send them to your customers for you. So basically how that works is instead of me, like for example, on one day, we normally get about 100 to 150 orders. If I did not use Amazon FBA, then I would have to, every order I'd get, I'd have to individually package that up and send one item to 100 different people. Instead of the way smarter thing that they offer, we just put everything in one box and send it directly to Amazon's warehouse and they handle the shipping. So this is a game changer to offer that to small business owners like us and just people doing this as a side hustle because it allows you to be competitive with a dominating market. So we also are always asked this, which Amazon seller account should you sign up for? They do have 2 plans. And if you need some help Amazon is a little shady on the main page because they're a little shady on the main page because they do not show this individual plan, which is it's a free plan. It's not really free because you're paying 99 cents per item sold. Now, the professional plan is $39.99. But that is unlimited items a month. So if you sell at least 40 items a month, you're going to come out way better ahead. You're going to come out way better with the professional plan. But if you're just getting started, you're not really sure if you're going to make a lot of sales, you can definitely check out my YouTube video and it will show you how to sign up for the individual plan. So that is the main difference in those two. All right, so what do you need to start making money on Amazon? I wanted to go over some tools because there are some tools that can make selling on Amazon way, way easier. When people think about selling on Amazon, a lot of them are really concerned about how do I find products to sell? Like, even though Amazon has millions of products, it's like, which one is good for me to sell and make some money? Now, there's one thing you need to keep in mind. You should not focus on if you like a product, if you would buy it. You need to focus on, is it selling on Amazon? Because that is all that matters. Your opinion of an item is actually totally irrelevant. So what would you do if I could show you exactly how to take the guesswork out of knowing if a product is profitable or not? Would that be something that would make selling on Amazon easier for you? Let me know. Just comment yes if that's something that you would find helpful. Now, all these tools I'm about to go over, I personally use every single day. I use them every day. I would never recommend any sort of product that I do not use myself. So these are the 4 tools that I have found the most helpful. Okay, y'all, all of your comments just came through to me from where you're from. I thought nobody was responding to me this whole time, and now I'm seeing where everybody is from. So I'm so glad that y'all are here. I'm going to check all those out at the end. Okay, so 3 of these 4 tools are totally free. I'm trying to keep like everything as frugal and as least expensive as I can so y'all can get started with whatever means you have. So the Amazon Seller app is one. Once you get approved to be an Amazon seller, you can download this app and you can just start scanning stuff around your house at stores. And I'm going to show you exactly what you're going to look for to see if it is profitable or not. Okay, yay. I'm so glad I see all y'all's comments now. Okay, then we have something that is AMZ Scout. And all you have to do to get this is go to like where your Chrome extension is, and you are going to put that AMZ Scout in there, and it's a free tool that you could get. And the same thing with the OS add-on. And what these do is you can click any item on Amazon with the AMZ Scout. It's going to tell you exactly how much the fees are to sell that item. So you can literally just put in the buy cost and you could see right then and there if it's profitable. And you could do the same thing on the Amazon Seller app. And each one of these kind of goes over what they do. Jungle Scout is the only one that is something you would pay for. I do think it is so helpful. An engineer designed it, and he made this amazing system that is what helped us find the most profitable items we have ever sold, because you could put this extension on Amazon and it will tell you how many of any item has sold on Amazon. And it is really incredible. It tells you the price it sold for, how many competitors there are. And it is like selling on Amazon for dummies, because it will give you a range 1 to 10 if it is a good product to sell or not. And for like a beginner, when I got started, I found it very, very helpful. And we are going to email y'all an affiliate discount link to that whenever we send you the next email. So if you do want it, but it's not something that is required right when you start. Now, some supplies that I would definitely recommend, they're not anything expensive, but you want to get tape, Avery labels, or a Dymo printer. But you can just start, if you have a normal printer, you can order some Avery labels, because you have to stick a label on every product that you sell. I would get like a little cheap postal scale. They have some on Amazon for like 15 to 20 bucks. boxes and poly mailers. You can reuse any you have. If you're trying to stay super cheap, go to a recycle bin and grab them out of there. Glue Gun and Scotty Pillar is really good to get any stickers off, and then a printer really is helpful as well. All right, cashback websites. I don't want to go into every little detail, but these two are my favorite, Rakuten and Rebates Me. You can see right here that we have made almost $9,000 since we started using them, and we have a referral link on the spreadsheet as well. All right, now let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Different ways that you can sell on Amazon. So I'm not going to read all these out loud, but these are terms you're going to want to get familiar with because you're going to hear them over and over, especially the more serious you get about selling on Amazon. So the first two are like retail and online arbitrage. They're pretty self-explanatory. You're going to a store, you're buying something, and you're sending it to Amazon. So you're not creating anything new. You're not reinventing the wheel. You're basically just the middleman. One is in person and one is online. Private label, you're finding, like, let's say a red water bottle. They're selling a lot of those on Amazon. You are just ordering a red water bottle and you're going to come up with a company name that you like and you're going to stick that name on your product. So you sell an existing product that you manufacture yourself, but you don't have to invent any product. You just stick your name on it. Wholesale is very self-explanatory, and drop shipping is kind of a middleman situation as well. It would basically be like, I want a blue couch. So I go on Amazon and order a blue couch, and you don't actually have one, but you know somewhere that has a blue couch for $100 less than I'm willing to pay. You go order it and send it to me. So you are literally just a middleman. So how much do these cost to start? Because I know that's what you are probably wondering. The cheapest are definitely the arbitrage models. Now, you're going to have to look at your risk versus reward because they each have both of those things. These are definitely the cheapest to start, and I'm going to show you some ways to do online arbitrage that they have programs that you can get that will literally find items while you sleep. And then if you want to start with no expenses at all, you can also manually find the items. Private label is the most expensive to start because you're manufacturing a whole product. It is the most expensive to get started in, but it is you're going to put in all the work up front, but then afterwards, you're not going to do a lot of work every single day. So it is more of a financial investment, but time-wise, you spend less time overall. Wholesale, you usually need a bulk order, so it could be expensive. Drop shipping, I'm going to be honest, whenever I go over all my information, I'm going to include it in there because I think drop shipping is a good model for like Shopify and other sites. For Amazon, I do not think it is a model that is going to keep your business in good standing with Amazon for long because you're basically relying on another company to provide a product to your customer. And I just would not recommend that because you can lose your whole account if it's not delivered on time. And it's just a very stressful thing. And you're doing this to make your life easier, not more stressful. So how do you know if a product is good to sell or not? Well, you want to make sure, obviously, you want to make sure that it's going to make a profit. And then you want to make sure that it would be likely to sell within a reasonable time. So like, is this product even in demand? And then something that a lot of people don't even think of is, am I even allowed to sell this? So like I said, if you stay till the end, we're going to include a restricted product list that's going to help you with that. And you can also just scan on the Amazon seller app, or you can look for it online to see if it's restricted or if you're allowed to sell it. All right, so are y'all struggling to find the best product to sell on Amazon, just like I was struggling? Let me know in the comments, because to me, this was the hardest thing. Besides learning like the shipping and everything, I was like, what the heck am I freaking supposed to even sell? I had no idea. Well, what if I told you I'm about to show you the exact way that you can find products, and it's not like, you don't have to think, will this sell, will it not? We're going to look at data. Always go with data. Always go with sales numbers, because that is what is going to make you most likely to be profitable. All right, so good products for beginners. Amazon has so many categories. So these are the best categories, in my opinion, for beginners. I'm not saying best forever, but a lot of categories you have to get ungated, you have to provide invoices, and most of these you can just start right away. Now, books is how we started, and you can see the rest on here. I think these are also really good because most of the items are affordable. So you can pretty much start finding these items and flip them for a profit within a pretty low budget. Now, these are the most popular items to resell on Amazon. So these are for like the arbitrage model. And what I'm going to go over later is going to cover every single one of those models, but the main focus is on the arbitrage model because it's easiest and cheapest for beginners. Once you start making money, I think you should probably scale your business more to the private label. And if you have a lot of money to start now, that might be a good way to start, but this is a great way to learn how selling on Amazon works. So as you can see, it's a lot of those categories I previously mentioned, and it's because that these items have really, really high demand, but they still have pretty much medium competition. So there's plenty of opportunity for people to start selling them. Restricted products, these are just a couple. There are way more like DVDs. You usually can't sell a lot of items like this, so just stay away from these categories. Okay, so what are good rules that we use for products? So we've been doing this for 4 years, so I kind of feel like we know what we're doing by now. I always try to look for products that go from about $20 to $60 and look for products with low demand and high competition. And you want them to weigh less than 1 pound and no fragile products because the Postal Service will damage them. So how do you know if a product will sell or not? So I'm going to use a real world example, and I'm going to share a secret that I have never shared until last night on this live webinar. Carders, okay? I am revealing one of my secrets, and don't tell anybody out of here because I really didn't even want to share this, but I want to help y'all on a very low budget, and this is the way to do it. If you have a Carter's or like Oshkosh store or even a Kohl's near you. So I started selling Carter's kids clothes. I have probably bought the most baby clothes for somebody who does not have children that you have ever seen. So you can go to the back section of these stores and they have clothes that are like 90% off. So for example, I think that this is a 2-pack of toddler little leggings. I want to say it was like 90% off. So it was about $3 for these. So when you scan the app, this is what you're going to see. This is what you want to pay attention to. You want to look at that sales rank and then what the category is. And at the end, I'm going to give you our cheat sheet, and it's literally going to say each category, like which number is good to sell in that. So like I said, you could just follow this action plan. And if you're at a store, you can have that little form with you, scan something. And if it's not in that range, so the sales rank, let me explain it real quick. If it's ranked number 1, it's the number 1 selling product. It's selling the most. And the higher it is, the least likely it is to sell. So I recommend if you're just getting started, and you can break this rule sometimes, but try to just stay under 250,000. I think I have extra zero in there, but 250,000, because that kind of shows you that it's probably going to sell in an amount of time. Now, once you open the app, this is what it looks like. You want to click on like where it says new, and then this page. This is what the next page is going to look like. So it's so freaking easy. You're going to put whatever the lowest price is. You're going to put that right there. So that was $14.99. Then I'm going to put whatever I pay. Make sure you include taxes, shipping. You want your all-in cost. So like those pants were like $3. So the great thing about clothes is they're not going to break. They barely weigh anything. So that $6 Amazon fee, you got to remember that includes 2-day shipping to customer. There's no way you could ship an item for 2-day shipping for any less than that. So this shows you would make $5.42. So that is why we normally try to stay above the $20 price range. Cause like if I spend $10, I want to make $10 back. But if I spend $3 and I can turn it into $5.42, and maybe they have 5 different sets, like that's $30 made right there. So I hope that y'all drop a yes if this is helpful, because I'm trying to keep it super basic and just explain it in an easy way. And no matter what product category whichever product category you're at, it's going to be those same exact rules. You're going to look at the exact same thing. All right, so everybody wants to know, like, why would somebody buy something online if it's cheaper in the store? Okay, well, that is really easy because people, like, I don't want to say they're lazy because ordering on Amazon is easy. I could just say, let me say it quiet so she don't hear me. I could be like, Alexa, order whatever. And it's going to be here in 2 days. And the product availability is not the same at every store. So you could find something in Florida, but that's not going to be in New Jersey or even in the same city. Not everyone is a bargain shopper. I am. I'm very, very frugal, but not everybody is a bargain shopper. And then convenience, honestly. So, so let me ask you a question. So are you ready? Are you ready to find out like exactly what you would need to know to take the next step to get your Amazon business started? Let me know in the comment section. Oh, okay, how to get some water. Excuse me, y'all. Yes, okay, good, because I'm ready to tell you, because we're getting to the end of this, y'all. Okay, so, and thank y'all so much for your patience. If anybody was on last night, it was kind of a nightmare for me, but everything is, situations like that just make me really appreciate when everything goes right, like tonight. So I am so excited that y'all gave me another shot and came back tonight. So I just wanted to take a second to say thank you. All right, so are you ready to start building Amazon FBA business that generates sales and income every day? I'm going too fast. Okay, let me try to slow down. I'm sorry. Yes, we are going to record this so y'all can have a playback. I think it's going to be emailed to you and we'll probably post it on YouTube as well. I think so. Okay, so if I could give you a framework of success, and I'm going to show you, we did not do everything in the right order, but this framework we have built is if we could go back in time, like hindsight is always 2020, and do things differently, this is what we would do. So our framework of success basically is going to include where exactly you can shop, what exactly to buy. And I'm not saying I'm going to tell you like every single item, but I'm going to give you the criteria, like teach a man to fish, feed him for life, that sort of thing, so that you would be able to look at an item and know, okay, this probably going to sell, this probably is not. The rules of success, and we learn them all from doing the opposite, to be transparent, and then how to handle all the money you make. And I don't mean that like I'm not an accountant whatsoever, but I mean, you want to set up your systems properly so that when it does come like time for tax season, you have the proper tools and resources to be ready for that, because you're going to want to prepare, because you're probably going to have to pay about 30% of your profits. You want to have all that in place. So if I could give you a framework of success that would help you start making, maybe just starting out, like, tell me this in the comments. What would an additional $1,000 a month do for your life? Like, would that change your life? Or like, what would you do with the money? Would you go travel to places that you only dreamed of? Or would you just want to spend more time with your friends and family? Let me know what you would do with it. All right, so you're obviously here because you have taken the first step into making a change at maybe your occupation, or just maybe you just want to get some extra income. Extra cash never hurt anybody. So do you want help getting results that can change your entire life? And this is not a get rich quick scheme. I absolutely loathe seeing people online acting like it's the easiest thing in the world, because it is not easy. It is learnable and it is doable, but I'm not going to say it is easy. It's a heck of a lot easier than going to a job you hate every day. And I guarantee you've done a lot more work for a lot less money. So I want to help you be successful. So this is what I created, and we have been working on this for months. We have been working nonstop because I don't want to put my name on anything that is not good. Like, I just wouldn't do it. We were actually supposed to release this on June 1st, but it really wasn't up to my par, so that's why we pushed it back. So I want to help you be successful. So I want to show you what, is it okay if I show you what I created to help you make money selling products online? Let me know in the comments. Comment yes if it is. All right. Yes, I'm going to go over, okay, yes, okay, good. All right, so this is what we have built, and we have had such a learning curve, y'all. We have learned how to build all of this with the hope that, like, we're basically every day just putting stuff in boxes, send it to Amazon, and that doesn't fulfill you. I want to make a difference in somebody's life. So we have created a Facebook group where you basically can network with other people who might have been selling on Amazon and want to take their business to the next level. Maybe they're brand new, and it's just a place where you can have direct access to me, my partner, and our support team. We love to surround ourselves with people who are smarter than us and know more than we do, because that's how we keep growing, evolving, and learning. And then we have created an entire guidebook and workbook so that you can follow along with exclusive workbooks. And I just want to tell you, I know I've kind of gone over it earlier, but Amazon brought both of us from the trailer park to being self-made millionaires by the time I turned 30. And when I think about that, it just blows my entire mind. And that's why I'm so super passionate about selling on Amazon. A lot of people like to hoard this information. The reason that I do not believe in that, I think the worst people in the world are people who have information that can make somebody else's life better, and they choose to keep it to themselves. And Amazon is such a huge market. They have millions and millions of products. So you could make $1 million selling on Amazon, and it would not even affect my business remotely. So it's really crazy. So we just had dreams of escaping the rat race, and we finally figured out how to do it. So that's why, let me know, what would your life be like if you could eliminate a couple of these things? So, like, what would you do if you could fire your boss? Does anybody have a horrible, no good, very bad boss? Because I had one, and the best day of my life was the day I gave him my 2 weeks notice. I was so scared to do it. I had kept it with me for 2 months, and I finally gave it to him, and I was terrified, but I freaking felt the biggest sense of relief. All right, let's see. So, and another thing is, like, what would you do if you could eliminate not having enough time to be around your friends and family? Maybe you're working all the time and you're exhausted when you get home. What would you do if a lot of people either can't afford to travel, or they just can't even get the time off work to travel because they do not give you enough vacation time here. Well, these things were things that we hated our job. We never had time for our family. You could go back to school, and we have been to places, like, growing up, we didn't really travel a lot, and I didn't think I'd ever go to the places I have been able to go to. And I don't say that to brag. I just say that to show you that if we can do it, anybody who's willing to put in the work can definitely do it too. We even got to spend Christmas in Tulum. So Amazon can really change your life. And I want you to know, it's not just me. There are millions of Amazon sellers who Amazon's changed their life. So this is Michael, and I just want to show you a couple other people. So he's just like, he has had crazy results. He reached out to me, and it is insane because he's still working full time. And last year he did $450,000 in sales. And this year he is on track to do $700,000 in sales. And he is a father. He's a husband. I mean, that amount of money is really, really life-changing. And he's on track to quit his job. Now this is Brooke, and Amazon totally changed her life. So she did everything in the right order, and she's actually a lawyer. And I have been friends with her since I was in college. And so she does everything. She becomes an amazing lawyer, and she hated her job, even though she went to school for all those years. And so she came to me like, I'm really thinking about doing it. So anybody who comes to me, I say, do it. Do it. Like, what's the worst thing that can happen? And Amazon allowed her to quit her job. They sold everything they own. They got a camper, moved to Colorado, and now they travel full time while working remotely. Amazon also allowed her to follow her ultimate passion of photography. She now has started a second company where she gets paid to go on these, look at these pictures, okay? She gets to hang out with her dogs and go photograph people hiking, all because Amazon gives her that freedom. What would you do if you had freedom to make money while you're sleeping, make money while you're hanging out with your kids? How life-changing would that be? Yeah, what would you do if you just had more money to not be worried about money all the time? Because it's the most stressful thing in the whole world. So this is what we have put together for you. So most Amazon selling courses are priced insane, in my opinion. I just think paying thousands of dollars for courses is crazy. I could never charge anybody that. And so what we have put together, which I went over some earlier, is our Facebook group where you can network and ask any questions you have. An Amazon beginner complete checklist that is basically just a roadmap for what you can do. We listed the best items to sell and the actual places you can find them, not only online, but also locally. And then we have a special bonus that is how to make money. This is something that's not really talked about a lot, but it's how we started when we were really broke. It's how to make money on other sites with coupon arbitrage. And then 5 totally different ways you can sell on Amazon explained step by step. And then how to use software that will do all the product research for you, which is really, really, really powerful thing just in itself. So just imagine what your life would be like after you know how to make money selling online. Would that make things better for you? The crazy thing about Amazon is you can make more money in 1 week than you can at your job for an entire month. My partner, I quit my job after 1 year. He quit his job after 2 years. And the crazy thing is, before he would even get to work in the morning, we would have done more in sales than he made at his job all day. So it's kind of hard to be passionate about a job you hate when you're making more money while you're sleeping, which is it's crazy to me that that is even a possibility. So obviously I am not going to charge you $5,000, but let me ask you a question. If all this information we have put together for you, if it would allow you to start making money where you could quit your job or just help you not worry about money, would it be worth it? Because the information I'm about to share, it did help us sell $4.5 million. Yesterday, our paycheck was $31,000, which is wild. So this is what we came up with, because this, like I said, has taken us months. These programs and software have cost thousands of dollars, and just the time we have invested. But it's all a labor of love, because every time we have ever helped anybody make any sort of money online, I cannot explain how that makes my heart feel. It is worth every single question that we answer over and over again. So we had 2 options when we wanted to come up with a price for all this information that I really think is priceless. So we could have either made it like the cheapest tool available and sell so many that we would not be able to keep up with the amount of students. And that would kind of tarnish our name, because we're kind of trying to pride ourselves on okay, we're going to be here to help you. And if I have thousands of people, I really can't do that if we're only 3 people. So then I was like, well, we can price it where it requires a little bit more investment, but in exchange, we can devote way more of our resources so that we can help you be successful. So the crazy thing about Amazon is you don't personally have to sell anything. I cannot stand getting messages on Facebook from people who have never spoken to me and ask me how my life is, but all of a sudden they want to sell me a product. You don't have to do any of that. You only need to figure out what products to sell, and Amazon already has your customers ready to buy. You don't have to bother any of your family, friends, or anything like that. So let me know in the comments what is preventing you from hitting your goals. And if time and money were no object and you had full authority to do whatever you want, what would you change about your current life? Let me know that. Now I'm almost done, y'all. I promise. All right, so this is our exclusive offer that we ended up coming up with for y'all. So like I said, we wanted to keep everything very, very frugal so that everybody could afford it. So for everything for our ultimate guide, we have an exclusive pre-sale offer because this is actually not going to be released until Friday on the 18th, I believe it is. So this is going to be priced. It's well worth the way I say $5,000, but I mean, we've done 4.5 million in sales. So like, what can you really price it at? But we're normally, I refuse to charge thousands of dollars for a course. That's just doesn't sit well with me. So we decided to price it at $297. But for the next 48 hours, we are doing a pre-sale where it is only going to be $97 because I want to help you at an affordable price. But I also know how valuable my time is and my information. So that is why I priced it at this this price point, basically. So if you're here today, you know something needs to change. And this is what I wanted to offer because I know that a lot of people might be skeptical. So we are backing this offer by a 100% money back guarantee because if you're not happy, we just want to give you your money back. We're here to make your life be better. We stand behind everything that we sell, basically. So you can sign up right now, use it as much as you want for 14 days. And now the days wouldn't start until we send it out next Friday, obviously. And if you don't think it's worth it, we'll give you your money back. Like, I know Amazon's worth it. I got paid almost $32,000 yesterday. All right, so what this is going to include is you can invest now by clicking buy now. I think it should be popping up right now for you. But what it is going to include for you is a comprehensive training package on how to sell products on Amazon, every single tool and resource that we personally use. And then it's the secrets of not only us as $1 million sellers, but it is secrets of multiple top $1 million sellers. And the first 50 people that buy, I know we have like 126 people on here. The first 50 people that buy are going to get a bonus offer that is secrets of the top $1 million sellers. And it is probably the super, super valuable because it has 50 niche categories with medium competition, but huge demand. So you can dive right into that. So if you are interested in this, let's see, one more. There we go. So like I said, the bonus for the first people that buy are right here and the offer should pop up. So if you are interested, you can just click right here and that is all that I have for you. So I want to open this up for question and answer. So if y'all have any questions about anything, feel free to comment them over here so that we can help you answer anything that you have. All right, so let me try to scroll back through here, see if there's any questions I missed. Can I earn it on my own, or is it something you only learn from failing? Most of the things that, like everything else in life, most things we learn the hard way because there's really no blueprint. When we started, there were not a lot of resources out there. I guess it was so new that people didn't really have the experience that they have now. So it was pretty different than how it is right. You know, you have way more resources and like, I've been doing this for 4 years. When we first started, we still only know like 3 real Amazon sellers in real life. We've only connected online with people. So y'all drop your comments for me. I think it's a little delay on my end. Okay, is this guide going to show you how to get ungated? Yes, we are going to have pretty much any question you have for Amazon. Any question that you have on Amazon, we are going to cover that. And if anything is not covered and you have questions, then you can ask in our Facebook group for that. And like I said, this is only going to be on this discounted rate for the next 48 hours. All right. If y'all asked questions earlier, can you drop them again now? Because that would be way easier for me. Every time I scroll up, it's kind of a... All right. Okay, y'all, let me know what your questions are. And I want to let everybody, okay, I see a lot of people are getting this right now. Okay, awesome. I wanted you to know this, that if you get it, we are going to send you a confirmation email immediately. Oh, let me put these files up for y'all. I almost forgot. Let me see. Let me find them. We're going to send a confirmation email, but you're not actually... How you're going to access the guide is you're going to get a login and you're going to set it up yourself, and it's going to be a portal. You can look at any of this information as long as you want. It does not expire at all. And almost everything is either a video of me explaining it or kind of like how this was. Most of the times I'm sharing my computer screen because I'm a visual learner. So I feel like it's a lot easier whenever I show it to you that way. Okay, I just want to help support my family since I can't work due to my chronic illness. I think that is the greatest thing about Amazon is it is a way for people who might be stuck at home due to illness or whatever life situation. You might be having kids at home. Amazon is an amazing way that you can work from home, which is awesome. I'm always going to keep it real. My partner tells me I keep it too real and to not be so real. So I definitely will. Do you sell at arbitrage or private label? Every single model we went over earlier, we have done every single one of them. Retail arbitrage, honestly, it could be the riskiest, but it could be the highest profit margin. We also have done wholesale. We have 3 private label products. And on the course, we even share the private label products, the ones that we had one that was just a total failure. We share exactly what that is so that you can not make that same mistake as us. All right, y'all keep dropping your questions for me and I'm going to keep going up. I hate my job. Cassie, what do you do? You said you hate your job. Let me know because I used to be in the waste industry. I sold dumpsters and I hated it. I really, really hated it. I hated it so much. Let's see. Do you just sell arbitrage or private label? Yeah, we do both of those. All right, I'm going back to the top to check the rest. All right, y'all. So let's see. We reprice everything ourselves usually. Yeah. Okay. So I see somebody asked that. Somebody said they're intimidated by taxes. Could you share a bit of how it works? Okay. So what we do for our system and our guide goes over all these programs. If you're just getting started, you're not really going to have to get a thing from Amazon that shows like what you made. I think you have to make at least $6,000 a year for that. What you're going to want to do is we use a program called Inventory Labs, and it is amazing. What you do is when you buy anything or you make a private label product, whatever it is, you enter the cost as soon as you put it in there. And I do a full tutorial on how to use that because it is a little bit of a learning curve. And it is so user-friendly. At the end of the year, we actually pay our taxes quarterly in advance. We still have an accountant. We can just print a spreadsheet, and it has every single thing in it. Amazon also offers a lot of reports. So you can do, if you only have a couple products, you don't even need a whole system. Oh my gosh, Shelby, I am so sorry to hear that. Your boss forced you out of your job. They sound like a terrible human being. It sounds like you should definitely start selling on Amazon. Travel, learn new skills, become a better health-wise and mentally. Okay, you literally just said everything that I want in life, because I mean, if you are healthy, you are happy. So that is awesome. I would pay off my car, buy a house, and get animals. Okay, you're speaking to my heart because I'm a huge dog fan. I think that my stuff is lagging a little because I'm just seeing these. Hey, Brooke, do you see any newer questions in this on your end? No. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the top and answer all these because I see I got a bunch of questions. Okay. Okay, yeah. So I see somebody had asked about the price. This course is going to be available at the $297 rate. What's today? Saturday. Starting on Tuesday is when the price is going to go up. Since we had an issue with the webinar yesterday, we extended it another day. So for the next 48 hours, so until Monday night at midnight is when it's going to be that price. Yeah. I see somebody had asked, like, what's our profit margin? Okay, so I could tell you for what we sell, we are at about 30% profit margin. So we've had an incredible June. I'm so thankful for June. I'm looking at my app right now to tell you this. We are at $39,000 in sales in just 12 days. And I can tell you that at 30%, that's about in 12 days, about $12,000 in profit. Now that is before we pay taxes. So we would pay taxes on that, but that is an insane, that's like $1,000 a day. And I'm not saying you're going to start off making money like that. We certainly did not. We started off doing, because we were just going to Goodwill's on our lunch break. So we didn't have the volume that we have now. But once you learn the process, I recommend starting with books. That's one of the easiest things. Once you learn the process, you can reinvest your profits, and that's when you can really, really scale your business like an insane amount. All right, so take my girlfriends on a shopping spree. Okay, can I be one of your girlfriends? That sounds awesome. And, that was a big thing to me too, because, I grew up with a single mom, and at the end of the month always came before we got all the bills paid. And so we just grew up talking about money. Some people think talking about money is rude, but when you grow up stressed about money, that's just a normal conversation. And when you're living paycheck to paycheck and just trying to survive with your kids, it's crazy, because I just knew, like, I did not want that stress, because it's an insane amount. All right, so I'm going to go back to the top to answer some more of these questions for y'all. I see Brooke got a lot of them. How much money in volume do you currently have? Do you mean like in inventory? If that's what you're asking, I would say probably like on hand, we probably have about $5,000 to $10,000 worth of inventory, because we do some seasonal products and we only sell them like at Christmas time, and we just store them. We have extra, like a garage at our house, so we just store them like that. Oh, Tor, I'm seeing these sweetest comments. Y'all, going live scares the heck out of me. And yesterday went so bad. Tonight went so much better. So thank y'all so much for the good energy comments. That makes me feel good. What are the benefits of the course? Okay, so the benefits of the course is we're basically making a selling on Amazon dummies guide. So how it's going to work is it starts out at the very beginning. It's kind of like a movie. We're going to start at the very beginning of what you need to do. So day one, this is what you need to do to set up your account. Once you get your account set up, we're just going to go over the basics, because you got to understand the process before you can make any money. You're not going to make any money if you just start buying random things with no rhyme or reason. And then we're going to go over each business model. When we first get started, like, the course is not even all the way completed right now, because we want everything to be up to date, because Amazon is constantly changing. So we're going to be adding, it's like a portal that you can sign up for, and we're going to be adding new items in there anytime there is an update on Amazon, because it does change a lot. We want our course to be up to date, because if you got an Amazon course from a year ago, I guarantee, like, we had stuff change last week. So you definitely want something that is going to stay, you want something that is with, like, it's June 2021. We want something that's up to date so that I want what you're looking at to be what I'm showing you on my screen. I have a lot of college textbooks. Would that be good to sell on Amazon? Yes, yes. Textbooks. I have a friend who just graduated nursing school, and she told me she was taking all her books to Goodwill, and I was like, no, you're not. So I went and got the books from her. We sold one, I would think, like 2 weeks ago. That thing sold for like $87. College textbooks, scan them on the Amazon app, and you can usually get way more money. If you are in college or have books, never do the buyback at your college, because they do not give you near as much money as you can get online. Scan them on the Amazon app, and then they also have something that's like a buyback book comparison. You can scan the UPC, the number on the books, and see which one gives you the most money. Do that for sure. Preventing me. This is so new. I've never done anything close to this before. Okay, when we started this, we never did anything like this ever. We just were Google searching everything, and we just winged it. I did not think that I would be able to quit my job over this, like, full transparency. I thought that it would be a little side hustle. I didn't think that it would really be something we could do, but it was. Like, a year later after starting, I quit my job. I don't know if any of y'all like to read, but if so, I highly recommend the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It is what made me actually start selling on Amazon. We had got the book, and it just taught me, like, wow, I'm doing everything wrong. I thought I had everything in the right order, but I am trading my time for money. And when you trade your time for money, you give up a lot of your life. So what we wanted to start doing is make our money work for us. And that's the beauty of Amazon. Like I said, it is work, but I can do all my work for Amazon on a Monday, and I can reap the benefits of that the rest of the week. Like, the past couple weeks, we have been focusing on this course. So, like, last week, we didn't even send one shipment of products into Amazon. And I just told you we still have done 12,000 in sales for this month without sending anything the past 7 days at all. And that is one thing that you need to keep in mind. Let me try to put that offer back up. This is a new system, y'all. So let me see. Can y'all see the offer on your screen? Will y'all let me know? Because I'm seeing it on my end, but I'm not sure how yours looks. Okay, yes, I'm so glad that y'all have decided to join us. This is going to be a crazy new journey. Yeah, I'm not saying you would have to get this, like, you could definitely be successful without a guide. We personally... Okay, he says you just need to click an arrow at the bottom to get to the next page. And then it's going to take you to, like, our website. And that website, like I said, we're going to send you an email once we release it. And it's going to have, you just create your login, and it's going to be like a portal that you can access at any time. At what amount of profit should you begin reporting for taxes? I mean, legally, like, I'm not an accountant. I should not be advising on this, but legally, any money you make, you should be paying taxes on, like, legally. Just bought it. It kicks you out of the webinar. Oh no. Okay. Well, come back in, y'all. I'm just happy this webinar is working. I'm not going to say, like, we are e-commerce sellers, but technology is not always my strong suit. We actually invested, we paid $700 yesterday to buy this webinar program because it looked like the most user-friendly. And that's kind of as much as I'd love to offer everything for free that we have, and we still will have tons of free information on YouTube and whatnot, we have to recoup our expenses for this as well. But this system is amazing. So I could definitely see us using this moving forward for any questions and answers and any updates that we have. Do you think I could do it part-time with my 9-to-5 job? Absolutely. We did it. My partner worked for 2 years at his job. And that's what I would recommend. I would not recommend you go, like, if you are unemployed now, COVID, whatever happened, don't not start because you're unemployed, but don't go quit your job and start selling on Amazon. You want to start while you're employed so that you can learn while you're still making money, because it's something you can do on the side. Thank y'all so much for everybody who is buying it. I'm so excited, and I just can't wait to start hearing about y'all sales you're making. Do you need a website or business name? That's the beauty of Amazon. You do not need a website. We have never had a website for any of my products. Any of our products, you do have to come up with a business name. So you just want to come up with a storefront name. Like if you start making a lot of money, I definitely would recommend you setting up an LLC. We did not have one when we first started, but I do think it would be a good investment. We do not use a repricer. My course goes over so what a repricer is like a lot of times Amazon's price changes all the time. So we do spend some time repricing items. But some of those repricers I'm not a big fan of, because they'll end up like being in competition. Like they'll just keep going 1 penny less, 1 penny less. And then if it's just automatically set, it could get your price down by like $20. And I'm not willing to risk that. But I will cover, even if we don't personally use something, like how I've been on this webinar, that's how my course is. I'm not saying like I know every single thing. I'm just going to speak from my experience, and I'm going to give you the options that are available so you can make your best decision. I can only share what we have experienced and what we know. But there are honestly, this week I did a beta group for this thing called the Brambilla method. And I learned a whole nother way to make money on Amazon that does not even require you having any products. It's just a digital service. And it's crazy all the opportunities that are out there. And that's why I wanted to make a course. So as I learn about them, I can teach y'all as well. I'm trying to keep up with all these comments, questions, excuse me. If I sign up for the individual seller option, can I switch to the pro? You can switch. I'm going to be honest, Amazon is very finicky and very weird. So you want to play by all their rules. Like if you're submitting paperwork, you want to make sure, don't just take a picture on your phone. You want to use a real scanner. If you don't have a real scanner, download this app called Cam Scanner. It's like CAM Scanner, and it's free. And you could kind of get, it's going to look like you scanned it. You have to make sure that that paperwork is like super easy. If anybody wants to get started early before we release the course, our YouTube is youtube.com and it's /Cajunventures. We have like 4-part series. We have like an interview explaining how we got started. And we have an interview of how we got started. We have a whole video about how you can set up your Amazon seller account. We have a step-by-step video of like shipping products. So that would be definitely apply for your account. Like don't wait till you get the course to apply for your account, but follow all the rules, because you have to have like your utility bill matching your name. It's nothing complicated, but just follow the rules. Okay, yay, Brittany, I'm so excited. Yes. All right. At what amount of profit should you begin? Oh, I already read that one. It's like these comments are a little bit delayed on my end. I already put in my 2 weeks notice, and so I need to start earning extra income. Well, Cassie, that sounds like you have some really good motivation to get started. That's for sure. I'm learning how to be an entrepreneur now as a single mom. Listen, Carla, like I mentioned before, my mom was a single mom. Single moms are superheroes. I can barely take care of my dog when my partner's not here. I do not know how you do it. If you can keep children alive, being an entrepreneur is going to be a piece of cake. And that is the other great thing about Amazon, is you can do this remotely from anywhere. So if your kids have a game or a play, or you just want to not be in an office, you have that option. I hate my job and most of the people I encounter. Okay, Brianna, you speaking to me, because I used to be in customer service, and it really makes you hate people. Like some people are terrible. Some people are amazing. Don't hear me wrong, but that there is not a price. This amount at this point in our life, we have more money than we know what to do with, but that is not even the greatest thing that Amazon has afforded our family. The greatest thing it has done is just allowed us to have the freedom. Like if if we get invited somewhere, and it's not a pandemic, we have the freedom. We don't have to ask our boss to get off work. We don't have to worry about, can we afford to go here? We can do what we want when we want. And that takes away so much stress, because I remember being at a grocery store like countless times in my childhood, but in my adulthood, when I was in school, and I'm like, my card is declined. And like, not only is it embarrassing, it's also just so stressful. At the time, I was waiting tables, and it's like, if I don't make $125 tonight, I'm not going to be able to afford my rent tomorrow. And there is no amount of like that stress, that financial stress, it ruins relationships. It ruins lives. So that's why I'm sharing this opportunity. Okay, so yeah, the other good thing about retail arbitrage is like a lot of businesses have been really affected. Like everybody who's all private label have been really impacted by the pandemic, because they're having trouble getting shipments. And if you're doing the retail arbitrage, most of your stuff is coming from the US, you're sourcing it locally. So that is a really good thing as well. What are some of the better places to source online? Oh, and we also have with a guide, we have a list. I can't remember how many it is, but we actually shared a list that we've never shared before, and it's an upsell of $4.99, and it is a list of not only local stores but online stores, and that are the best, in our opinion, to find products to source. And our course includes all of this. Like, we're open books. Anything that we've done, we're sharing. The whole point of us going through all this trouble of making all of this stuff is to help you. So we're not going to hold anything back. Can you get more into depth about Alibaba and what you get from there? Okay, so Alibaba, I'm just going to say this like everybody is kind of a beginner, just in case you are, so you're not missing out on anything. Alibaba is somewhere that you would source products. Like if you're going to do private label, some people kind of do a wholesale type model with them. And the people who do drop shipping on there lose their accounts immediately. So do not do that. What you do on Alibaba is, so I'm going to show you the system Jungle Scout and how you can use it to find a product. And what you want to do once you find the product, you want to see where you can get it and your cost. Anytime you're on Alibaba, make sure you factor in your shipping costs, because sometimes that's more than the actual item cost. And so what you want to do is, you want to go on Alibaba and you can just look up. A lot of the times these items that are selling on Amazon, you see identical item on Alibaba. Sometimes you don't even have to put a brand label on it. But what we try to do and what we are going to teach you to do is you want to improve the product. You want to make it a little bit better than the competitor if you're going down that route of private label. And Alibaba is where you can find those items. So like if you want to just start searching, like you can go to Amazon.com, look at some of the best sellers on there. And then just like I found one the other day, and I'll give it to you as an example. I don't remember the exact name of the product, but it was something for like what you would put on pimples. Like it looked like a little Band-Aid. So it looked like for pimple or acne dot, something like that. They were selling that, I want to say maybe like $11.99, something like that. Man, those were on Alibaba, the exact same item. It was the same brand. It was everything. And each one on Alibaba was like, I want to say like $1.60. And they're selling thousands of that item a month. And there's only one person selling that item. And there are millions of examples just like that. So, all right. I just got paid a $1,200 check last Friday as of today. I only have $52 due to rent and bills. Can I just pay the whole $297 next week, please? Yeah, absolutely. This course will still be available. I have been there. I just told you how everybody is struggling to survive right now, and we have been there, and that's why we price this course at $297 and only $97 for the first 48 hours. I know the value that we bring is way more than that. But I wouldn't be able to sleep at night if I charged $1,000 for a course. That's just not something I would ever do. Is it really a money back guarantee? Yes, it is. Like, and I'm not saying that you're going to get rich overnight, because nobody does that. It's not a model like that. But we can teach you, like you can lead a horse to water, but you cannot make them drink. So I can give you all the information in the world, but if you don't implement it and you don't use it, you're not going to make any money. but I can tell you everything that you need to know to start making money. What online arbitrage app do you recommend? They have a couple different ones, and we shared all of those in our course for you. And we're going to work on getting a whole list of stuff like that because there's so many different ones, and I've only used 2 of them. So I want to try out a couple more to make sure, like, I don't want to recommend anything that I don't think is good. Yeah, if you don't have the money now, I'm not telling you to don't sell on Amazon. I still have tons of, Wendy, I see that, I'm not sure when you commented that, but I just see it. I still have tons of free resources. Like, I'm not going anywhere. This is just something that is going to require a lot of our time and energy. So obviously we don't work for free, as y'all don't. But just start with what you have. Like, if you don't have $97 for a guide, then don't worry about that. Start with what you have. We started by looking around our house. You probably have stuff at your house you can sell right now, and maybe not on Amazon, maybe on eBay, maybe on Poshmark. Any of those sites. Start with what you have. Like, don't let not having $97 stop you from selling on Amazon. Just start with what you have, and then you might be in a situation you don't have. We reinvested. We didn't spend any of our money for like 2 years. We just reinvested it all in our business because we were still working full time. So all the money from Amazon was just extra money. That was our situation at that time. If we would have started when we were younger, that would have not been the case. Yes, it is 100% money back guarantee. I wanted to put that on there because I don't know. I would feel more comfortable buying something if I have a good return policy, I guess. All right, I'm trying to keep up with all these questions, but I think they're coming a little low. All right, this is the exact book my brother read. He sells on arbitrage. Okay. All right, how does the return work? That is an awesome question. So how the return process works, I'm not going to lie to you. Amazon definitely has the customer's benefit. Like, they are on the customer side when it comes to returns. So when somebody goes to return something, and that is why we recommend do not sell fragile products, because if something arrives broken in our first private label product, guess what it was? A fragile product. And we learned the hard way, because they would get the item and it would be broken, and it was obviously, we would not have sent it to them broken. It broke along the way. So they would put, like, whenever you, and please, like, whenever they would go to file the claim with Amazon, they would put item arrived, damaged, broken, and that was like a strike against our account. So you want to make sure that you're getting items. That's why you want to look at the reviews of any product, because the reviews are a telltale sign. The reviews, if something has terrible reviews, what that means is normally if a person doesn't like an item, they're going to take it out on the seller. It's kind of like a Karen. It's not the store's fault, but she's going to take it out on the store. Well, that's how the returns work. So you want to make sure you sell products that are high quality and that have good reviews. But if somebody does want to return something, they are going to be able to return it. You're going to have to pay a small fee for that. And that's another reason we recommend $20 and up products, because you want to factor in returns. If you are selling like clothing, that's more likely to be returns. You want to make sure your profit is higher to cover those returns. So they will return the product directly to Amazon. And yeah, a lot of people do abuse the Amazon system. So I hope that y'all don't after hearing about this, because you can hurt small business owners. If you need to return an item, just don't put it's broken if it's not, because that really hurts sellers. So what I would do when they return it, if it is in good condition, you can resell it. A lot of stuff that is like in good condition, we just repackage it, send it back. If something's a little wrong with it, we'll usually just sell it on eBay or something like that. All right, so let me go up to the top. Y'all had so many questions. Y'all, I'm serious. Half this webinar, I couldn't see any comments, and I was like, oh my God, do they hate me? Okay, I didn't change the name when I purchased, of course, and he doesn't do Facebook. Oh yeah, absolutely. Skylar had said something about you purchased a course and you have a different name. How we're going to tell for the Facebook group, because it will be private, all you have to do is enter your email. And the Facebook group is not going to be active until Friday. So you're going to get an email with all this information. So if you don't, you're going to get probably a confirmation tonight, I believe. And then closer to next week, you're going to get the email. So all you have to do is enter the email. So the name on it doesn't even matter. Oh, yay, Sarah. I see you just got your address verification posted from Amazon. That is so exciting. setting up your seller account, sometimes that is just the hardest part for some people because all you have to require. Now, make sure if you have ever opened an Amazon account before, I'm talking about being a seller, not a buyer. Do not, whatever you do not open a second account. If anybody at your house has ever opened one, do not do that because they will have red flags for anything. If you have previously had an account and you want to change the name on it, you could do that. But if you don't remember the password, do whatever you got to do to get that password. You only want one account associated with every single address. I want to buy a house and be able to afford everything for me and my kid. Well, Carla, if you keep hustling like I'm sure you are, you will definitely be able to. I'll tell you that Amazon changed our life to now you got to remember, if you're making all this money, you got to make sure you're saving it as well. Like, I'm not trying to be a financial advisor, but once you start balling, making this money, you don't want to be just spending it all. We live so frugally. Even after we were making $1 million a year in sales, we still lived in like a really small town house. We didn't even have, I mean, it was nice. Like, I had the nicest house of all my siblings, so I'm not complaining about it. But I'm not an Amazon guru like you might see online. Like, I see all these people driving Lamborghinis and Maseratis. Well, I'll tell you what, even though I'm a self-made millionaire at 31 years old, I still drive a Honda. Like, materialistic things like that mean absolutely nothing to me, like nothing whatsoever. Not worrying about money, however, that's priceless. But Amazon did allow us to do a lot of investing. We were able to, our house now, I'm obsessed with it. We just moved in December and we live on the water in Louisiana, and we were able to pay cash for our house we have now, a Sprinter van, a flip house, and our old townhouse. We could afford to keep it, and it's a rental property now. So if you play your cards right, Amazon can really help you diversify and chase your other dreams. So that's awesome. Okay, so do we sell the same items on repeat, or do we switch up our inventory depending on the deals you find in store? We do have a lot of items. So a lot of if something is profitable on Amazon, I'm going to sell it, like, period. We're in every single category. I don't believe just sticking to one. But for most of our online arbitrage items that we sell, I have either programs or just like alarms set with searches, and I can look at it every day. And if anybody any site lists that product that we have some products we've been selling for 4 years. And anytime somebody lists it or a site has it, it's going to pop up on our search alert, and we just keep replenishing those items. So we are not prejudiced or judgmental of any items, as long as our rules are this: if it weighs less than 1 pound, if it is small enough to fit in a shoebox, and it's not fragile, and it sells for at least $20, I'll sell it. That's where I'm at. The restricted brands list seems like a lot. Yeah, they do have a lot of restricted products, and I'm not going to guarantee that's even all of them. It's mainly big brands. So, like, for example, I know some people try to get ungated in these categories, and we have gotten I'll give you an example, like Nike, Adidas, Under Armour. We got ungated for Nike and Adidas, but we no longer sell those products because even though you can technically get ungated for some categories, those brands do not want you selling their products. And so they have something that is like, it's basically where somebody can report like your item is fake. And that happens with a lot of shoes, and a lot of shoes are returned. So while a lot of people might like to, you want to sell products that are not going to get returned a lot, because they're going to send it back and you could end up losing money that way. So I do not recommend, I don't even fool around with Nike personally. So I'm going to go, my course goes over everything like that, just telling you, even though they say you can sell it sometimes, we still would not advise it. So you can proceed with caution. So just don't say we didn't warn you on those items. But Amazon has millions and millions of products. So don't let those restricted brands scare you. I think that right when I started, I thought everything was restricted. I really, really did. And, I would go to TJ Maxx, Home Goods, Marshalls, Tuesday Morning, and I would scan like 20 Disney items. And I'm like, oh my goodness, all of these, everything is restricted. Well, no, it was all Disney products. So I could have scanned a million Disney products and they're all going to be restricted. So the reason we provided that brand list is because if you really just think about it, most of the brands that are restricted are big brands and they have a presence on Amazon. Sometimes you can get away with selling them, and we have before, not going to lie. But long term, I don't think it's worth the risk because you don't want to like risk your whole account for something you can make $10 on. It doesn't really make any sense at all to do that. All right. Okay. And somebody said they were hoping to quit their job within a couple months. We could have afforded to quit. We were making enough money. We could have quit our job in way less than 1 year. I was just terrified. Quitting jobs is scary. Like I've never not had a job. Like Amazon is a job, but I've never not had a job working for somebody else. And so we were just scared, like, what are we going to do for our health insurance? What are we going to do for our 401k? But the amount of money you can make is insane. And we could have very, very easily quit our job way sooner than we did. So I'm not saying it's impossible, but I would much rather tell you can't do it in a couple months and then you do it. So it's really not a time frame of how soon you can start making money. It's the amount of work you are willing to put in. All right. Somebody said they had $1,200 in books from their first year of college. Well, I don't know how many years ago that is. The thing is about college books is they come out with new editions all the time because, they're trying to get as much money as they can from you. Usually the teacher wrote it. So definitely scan them and see if they're worth anything. But normally if you ever have textbooks you're not using, try to sell them right away, just moving forward, because you're going to get more money when that's the one that everybody is using. Will we do a course on wholesale? Now the main thing our course is going to go over, it's going to include list of where you can get stuff from wholesale. It's going to include a lot of stuff about wholesale, but the primary focus is really on retail and online arbitrage. But we do cover every single aspect. And once you get the process, no matter the main thing you need to learn is how to sell products on Amazon. Once you learn that, you can figure out any models. Like I mentioned earlier, I learned a brand new way to make money on Amazon. I learned a brand new way just this week that blew my total mind, and anything like that, I'm going to share that as well. But I before I share anything with anybody, I want to test it. I want to make sure it's legit. If something goes wrong, I'd rather it happen to me than you. So all right. If y'all have any more questions, keep dropping them. I'm about to go. I'm still going through the ones from what? What did you say? Oh, okay, y'all. Here, I have this freebie. I'm so sorry. I forgot. Tell me if it shows up on your screen. This is the Amazon sales rank chart and the restricted products PDF. And you should be able to download it. Will y'all let me know if it works? Can y'all comment if it shows up for you? Okay, perfect. Yeah, y'all should be able to download this directly from here. Yes, our course will we're going to do it's going to be screen sharing most of it. So I'm going to walk you through the process step by step. We were terrified when we started as well. All right. Yay. I'm so excited that y'all are excited. And not only are we going to share stuff for selling on Amazon, we have so many different side hustles that we do. So if anything could tie into any Amazon products, we're going to share all that as well too. So God, that's crazy. That's so crazy to me. Your books were $1,200 for 1 year. That is insane. That's wild. All right. I'm still going. What is LLC? Okay, LLC is a limited liability corporation. It's basically you're setting up yourself as a business. And listen, if y'all are serious about Amazon, we're gonna send you. Or hey, Brooke, could you put a comment of our Amazon link with the supplies for them? All right, I'm going to get him to put a link. You want to keep every single receipt for any expense. And the purpose of LLC is so you can deduct those expenses. You want to, because pretty much anything that you are spending on your business, you could deduct part of your house payment from working at home in your office. So make sure that you keep all your expenses. We are not accountants. I recommend getting one, but I would definitely, like, if you don't want to start with inventory labs or a system like that, I would just start with you could either just do like an Excel spreadsheet, and just keep anything you buy for Amazon, keep every single expense and try to keep it as organized as you can. All right. Can y'all see? Let me try to pull this back up for y'all. Let's see. Files. Okay, it shows on my end that it's sharing, so I think y'all should be able to see it. Okay, perfect. Awesome. All right, let me think what else I can go over for y'all. Okay, they have a couple other apps that are really, really helpful that are free. One is called the Keepa tool. I'm going to type it in to this chat. The Keepa tool and the Camel. That's what they're called. You can look up any item on Amazon, and these are super helpful because it tells you how much the item has been selling for. Because you don't want to just go based off of what the selling price is now. You want to go based off of what the range is, because like you got to remember, supply and demand is so important on Amazon. It's really, really important because the most important thing about it is if it's selling for like $50 right now, but the average is only 30, you want to factor in your cost at 30, because just because the price is inflated right now does not mean it's going to stay like that at all. So you want to keep that in mind. It's super, super important. All right. I have bought it, but I'm struggling with money as a single mom, and I hope to learn it in order to afford a house. Okay, I might be reading the same comments. Yes, keep up at your Amazon, and you will definitely be able to do it. Okay, somebody said, how is the course $97 per month or one time only? No, it's no reoccurring fees. Heck no, I would never do that to anybody. It's normally $297, but for the next 48 hours, it's $97, and it is one time only, and you have access to it permanently. Adobe Scanner app is also great. Yes, Bailey, thank you so much for sharing that. I might be a little late to you commenting that. Yes, we do affiliate marketing as well. And I am actually, we do Amazon affiliate marketing. If anybody is ever interested in that, basically, y'all have probably seen it on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and you might not even realize it. A lot of times Amazon has an affiliate program. And if you ever see somebody on TikTok that is like, this is things you didn't know you needed from Amazon. I think that's what they say. I even have seen like this older, cutest couple. They remind me of my mama and papa, and they share their items. And then what you do, it's free to sign up. Actually, you can just sign up. I think it's Amazon Associate, AmazonAffiliate.com. Anytime you share a product that is for sale on Amazon and somebody buys it, you can get a percentage of that. So like if you're already raving about products, a lot of people ask, well, where do you get a scanner? Where do you get this? All our items that we recommend are items we actually use. Like our scales, we've been using them for 4 years. They've never broken. So I'm like, put that on our affiliate list because that is a good product. So we have a whole list of items. We are not that big into affiliate marketing, but we're actually doing this. I don't know if you heard of Adrian Brambila, but he picked us to be a part of this beta group. And we have been trying a couple new side hustles from him. We actually made $1,600 this week from them. So it's pretty exciting, and I can't wait to share them online with y'all as well. I'll probably, if anybody is interested in getting into any affiliate marketing or anything like that, I think he's releasing it in 2 days, and we can invite 100 people. So tonight we're going to add another link to our page is hustlingqueen.com. We are going to, I think it's in there already. we're going to add a link where you can sign up for that email list, because the average millionaire has 7 income streams. So you can never have enough streams of income. Oh, God, that makes me so happy. Somebody said, gotta go walk the dog. Catherine, thank you so much for joining tonight. I really hope this was helpful. Amazon is a lot of information, so I just wanted to keep it as simple as I could. Thank you so much for joining tonight. Go give your dog some loving from us. Yes, that's awesome. Limited liability company, you're the sole proprietor of your company. That is 100% true. So can I do this without buying products or shipping products in person? Most of the retail and online arbitrage models do require you to have products. You, Nicholas, would probably rather go with the private label. You probably want to go with private label if you're not looking to ship products in person, because you can just get a third-party fulfillment service to do that for you. All right, so let me look up here. So what would you recommend if we want to start today? After I watch your videos on YouTube, please. And thank you. I have to pay you right next month. Oh, totally get that, Ruby. I would recommend definitely watch the YouTube videos, because that is going to be very, very helpful for you. And just start looking on Amazon and start scanning items. Sign up for your Amazon seller account. That's step 1. And then step 2, start scanning items around your house just to like get an idea. If you need ideas of anywhere to start, go on Amazon bestseller list and start there to see what sells. I would stick with products that are like, if you're just getting started, don't stick with seasonal products, because like if you get a summer product right now, you have a very limited amount of time to sell it. But like we do sell some Carter swimsuits in December, because you got to remember it's different. Like in Louisiana and Florida in December, we're still wearing shorts. So just because it's a snowstorm somewhere doesn't mean somebody doesn't need that item somewhere else. And sometimes it's hard to find those items in those months. So that is definitely something I would recommend. Let's see. Yeah, let me go add this to my link real quick for y'all so that y'all can have access to that as well. Give me 1 second to do that. All right, yeah, so I just turned it on. I'm going to type it in here because I haven't really been advertising it very much, because we have honestly been so busy trying to get this course ready to launch. But I just turned it on. If you go to, I'll type it in here. If you go to hustlingqueen.com, there's going to be the link to this webinar, which you don't need because you've already been here, obviously. And then there will be a link to sign up for the Brambila method, and you can kind of check that out. Adrian actually is the one who convinced us to build this course, because we've been helping people 100% for free for a long time. And he's like, you're putting a lot of work into this. And I don't really feel like we could have helped people on the level that we can like this, because you can do a 15-second TikTok and Instagram video, but that's not going to tell people enough to really get started, but this will. So, all right, I'm still going through these to see all these questions. Okay, yeah, that happened to somebody in Marshalls. Yeah, so those are some of my favorite stores. I love shopping. Marshalls and TJ Maxx are my favorite stores in period, but they are really, really good for finding items. You want to keep in mind, if you're like, I do not do any retail arbitrage at Walmart. I don't even go there anymore. I've had one too many bad experiences. I know some people do find products from there. I'm not saying you can't. Just keep in mind, like if they ever have a huge sale at Walmart or Target, those are stores where if it's a lot of the same item, then every single store is probably going to have that sale. Like, you know how Target, they'll have all their stuff goes, like they'll have toys. Certain times of the year, it'll start 50% off, then it'll be 70, then 80. Those items like that, they're going to be at every single store. So the price on Amazon is going to plummet, because they're going to get you don't want to get an item that is easily accessible to a lot of people. That's why TJ Maxx, Marshalls, any Tuesday morning stores like that are incredible for retail arbitrage, because every store kind of has different stuff. And then once you learn what sort of products to look for, like for example, at Kohl's, we would sell a lot of Carter's clothes, and then a lot of the bras, they'll have like Bally bras, like any bras like that, because they could be like 90% off. So you could get something, and then I would always stack like Kohl's coupons. You want to get your price the absolute lowest that you can do. And those are good places to start. All right, I'm still reading through all these to see. Yeah, technology is super, super overwhelming. That's how I felt last night when our webinar would not work. And we had worked so hard on this. And I get such bad anxiety going live in general, let alone doing a whole presentation. And so I was so nervous the whole week. And it finally comes time to do it. And it didn't work. So then I'm like, oh, I have to be nervous all day Saturday too. But it wasn't so bad after all. And if I help one person, I think it was worth it. All right, I've tried everything. Oh, so okay, Brianna, that's who I'm looking at's comment right now. Oh my God, I had problems with my Dymo label last week and I was crying too. What I did is I had issues. My computer had updated. Microsoft did an update and it messed up the labels. But I called Dymo support and they did not help too much. So I just went on YouTube and I searched my exact problem and the exact Dymo printer I have, and I did exactly what they said, and it worked the very next time. So I would try that if you're having problems with the Dymo label. I had the same problem. So let's see. Oh, I just saw somebody said just got their address verification. Dude, that's like the best feeling ever. Okay, let me get my partner Brooke because I want him to share from his experience. Like, you want to share anything you learned that would help them? Like, if you could go back to right when we started Amazon, what would you tell them? Like, what would you tell yourself?
To quit my job, maybe a little bit quicker, but definitely that there's just a lot more opportunity than I thought they originally had. I was one of the naysayers, and
yeah, he thought I was crazy.
She had our rooms filled with inventory, just wasn't sure what we were going to do with it. And then it started selling. And look, 4 years later, we made it this far. And sales are still going up. So, yeah, she has a good told you so moment.
Actually, that reminds me because I was at Walgreens on a lunch break and I was waiting on a prescription. And so this is what I do, like Walgreens, CVS, stores like that get items that they are discontinuing and not carrying, and they go like 75% off, 90% off. Those are really, really good stores. CVS is even one of my online arbitrage retail stores. But if you're ever like just waiting on something at a store, start scanning apps, start scanning items. Like, an item doesn't even have to be on clearance to be profitable is a crazy thing. But if you're just getting started, I start with a clearance. So I had scanned this really weird item and I was like, oh my gosh, it was like $3. Y'all, I think I know what I was doing wrong. I think I was looking at the comments from the bottom. I'm such a freaking goober. Now I can see it. Okay, yes, we're from South Louisiana. So anyways, I'm at Walgreens and I'm like scanning these items. It's the weirdest item. And I'm like, dude, do you think I should get this? And I call him because they had like 9 of them. I think they were about $4 each, but I had just started selling. So like at the time I was terrified. Everything I bought in my size or his size in case it wouldn't sell. Like if I sold a bra, I made sure it was my size so I could wear it if it didn't sell. Okay. That's where I was at in scaredness. So if you're scared, we were there too. So I call him and I said, hey, they have 9 of these for $4. How much should I get? He says, get every single one of them. So I'm like, that was my first crazy moment at a store. I got every single one. We sold every single one of those from the day it got to Amazon's warehouse. We sold them within 4 days for $39.99 each, literally 10 times what we paid. I think we had made like $15 off each one. And that was my aha moment. That's when I was like, why am I selling dumpsters? Why am I dealing with this sexist boss that I cannot stand? Like, what is wrong with me? And yeah, Brooke, if you have anything else you want to share, just come on back. So I'm at the top, so I can see all of y'all's comments now is the amazing thing. So, all right, y'all keep asking. Okay, so yes, Alex, you can definitely view the webinar. We're going to do another live one day this week, and this one is recorded. So we're going to email a copy to everybody, this is a new webinar system, so y'all bear with me. I'll definitely post this on YouTube, and I think that they email you a copy as well. If they don't, we're going to do our best to figure out how to, but it definitely is recorded 100%. Yes, all the apps that you need, we have made an ultimate list, and anything else we said, you're going to be able to, I know this doesn't include everything. I didn't want to overwhelm y'all, because I also recommend cashback credit cards. Like, there's so many different ways you can make money.
Yeah, tons of ways to make money.
Yeah, there's so many different ways to make money. What does not let you, Ruby, what are you having trouble downloading? Is it a file? Is anybody else having trouble with that? Because if so, we could always email. Yeah, if you're having trouble downloading anything, shoot us an email. Does it let me type? Yeah. I'm going to type our email for you, and just shoot us an email and what you need, and we'll send it to you. We're just a team of 2, so it's just us. If you're ever talking to us, it's usually us. Okay, any info to share about Amazon Pay? Are you talking about how you get paid on Amazon? Because you get paid every 2 weeks, if that's what you're asking. Okay, yeah, Ruby, if it's not letting you, is anybody else having that trouble downloading? If so, oh, it might be a pop-up blocker, Brittany says. Okay, maybe try to turn the pop-up blocker off. If that doesn't work, we can email you it, no problem at all. Yes, I would recommend getting a credit card for your business, and Amazon has a really good one that gives you 5% cash back. I actually just signed up for it. I don't have an affiliate link or anything, but they gave us, it's free. The Amazon one that I just got this week, it was free. There's no yearly fee on it. They give you a $150 Amazon gift card when you sign up too. But use credit cards just like cash. Do not, and I should have said this earlier, do not invest any money in this business that you cannot afford to lose. I want to be fully transparent, because if you're buying a product, there is no guarantee it is going to sell. We can give you all the resources, but we have products every single day that do not sell. So we're going to give you the resources to make the best buying decision, but never put any money you cannot afford to lose. So that's why I think retail arbitrage is the best, because you can start with 20 bucks. Most people can afford to lose that. Like, hopefully you don't, but I just want to be transparent. And yes, I would get a credit card just for your business to keep everything separate. We own 3 different companies, and we have different ones for each one. So I think that's super important. You guys can go on as the site PDF owner and prove it's legit. I'm not sure what that means. Or maybe you're answering somebody's question. Can someone email the Amazon sales rank? I can't download it as well. Yeah, if anybody has trouble, try to turn your pop-up blocker off if it's working for other people. But if not, just shoot us, just shoot us an email. Our name of our email is Cajunventures, and then it's like my nickname, Mo, M-O, @gmail.com. And just shoot us. Okay, the card I like best for business, and if you get it, please let me send you a referral link, because I think that they will pay me money. I've never really referred anybody. We have this one, I think it is $100 a year, but we get that money back tenfold, because we have a lot of, since we're buying retail arbitrage and online arbitrage is return on investment business model. And I recommend the Chase Sapphire Preferred, I think is what we have, but don't get it till I send you a link if you're interested in that. And I did a lot of research on credit cards to see which one is the best one. So I think that is really, really important to do for sure. All right, let me look and see any more. Y'all keep asking questions because it's way easier for me. Let's see. If you have a pop-up blocker, oh, Brittany, thank you. We might need your tech help later. Yes, an address is required. Amazon is very, 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 very strict, okay? They're very, very strict. And you have to have an address. Not only do you have to have an address, it has to match your name and what's on the utility bill. So make sure that you get that correct. Like, do not even sign up until you have that. All your stuff has to match. All right, let's see. All right. Do you really have to have an address? Yes, you do. Chase Sapphire. See, okay. The good thing about Chase Sapphire, and I am not getting paid to say this or anything. And the other good thing about that Amazon card is if you do bank with Chase, it is through Chase, which I'm not a big fan of Chase because they didn't let me open a business account with them because they said I didn't have enough money, and now they want all my money. But I usually don't really do much banking, but I do that with them. But if you get that Amazon one, yes, Brittany, this is recorded. If you do get that Amazon one, it is Chase. So if you like have the Chase app to pay your bills, you could just pay for that way. So that makes it easier. We get so much money back through Chase, and we use it to travel, or you could get cash back. Or you can even use it on Amazon too. So you can use it for whatever you need. If you're only using debit cards because you're scared of credit cards, okay, if you're not good at spending money, do not get the credit card and go balls to the wall. But if you are like frugal and you're good with cards and you're putting on a debit card, you need to go get a credit card because you're losing a lot of money in points. I was scared my whole life I was scared to get one because I just have seen all my family be in so much debt, but we only spend, at first, I would only put my gas on it. That's how scared I was. But this is not about finances. Let's talk about Amazon for sure. But yes, definitely utilize all the cash back. That's why Rakuten and all these sites are so, so important. And if you look on any of my YouTube videos, if y'all have never signed up, I would really appreciate you using our link on that because we do, I think, we could links get you money too. Like I think the Rakuten and Rebates Me, I think one gives you like $30 and the other one maybe 20. And all those links are like on all of our YouTube videos and stuff, and as well as Jungle Scout. I decided to be homeless a few months ago because I'm tired of the regular lifestyle and overworking to live, pay to live. Oh, wow. Well, we could understand. I mean, that is a whole sense of freedom for sure. While we could never be like quote unquote homeless, we do have a Sprinter van that we travel in. So I'm not comparing the two whatsoever, but there is a sense of freedom not to be tied down to things. So I can totally relate to that aspect. And I think that minimalism is a new movement that is really focusing things on the correct things. So that's awesome. Yeah, and we will send an email. I know we just got to make sure the emails don't bounce back. Sometimes if you put a bunch of links on them, they do. But we do have like referral links for all that we are going to include in the course, and we'll email if y'all are interested. I didn't want to be like spammy to y'all if nobody wants that. Let's see. I started my seller account last week, but I'm moving this week. I'm on hold trying to, worry about that move. Crystal, moving is awful. I'm so sorry you're having to do that, but congratulations on the move. And that's perfect. You'll be able to set up your new space once you get there. I definitely would work on keeping everything organized. And I'm going to tell you some systems we use just for like stuff on hand. Like if you have to have anything at your house, we just get like containers from like Target, Home Depot, and then we'll just use like a system. Like you could put like A1 on something just so you'll know where everything is. Because while you're sourcing products, so for example, a lot of beauty products are going to be restricted. Like MAC Cosmetics, you're never going to be able to sell that, and you don't want to. Even if a list, sometimes brands are restricted, but the listing will show like you can sell it, but it's always going to come back and bite you in the butt. So that's why you want to pay attention to the brands list, not just the Amazon seller app, because somebody could start a new listing and they'll let it go through, but then the brand could come after you, and you don't even want to worry about that. It's not worth it. But what you want to do is you want to make sure, like sometimes we find products at like TJ Maxx, Home Goods, they're restricted on Amazon, but it's a crazy profit margin and we can still make that on eBay. And like I'm not too good to list stuff on other platforms. So when you learn the amount of stuff, like the amount in our course goes over how to find sold prices on eBay, like it's not just Amazon. It's because a lot of these things tie in together. So I think that it will be very, very helpful. It's hard because like we don't have anybody in our normal life who's interested in any of this, but then online we have people who are actually interested in changing their life, which is so exciting to me. Alex, yes, we have a strategy for shipping. So 90% of our products are FBA, which is the fulfilled by Amazon. And then the other option is FBM, which is fulfilled by merchant. Okay, one other thing to keep in mind, which I'm glad you brought this up because it reminds me of it. Amazon is really finicky about anything listed as hazardous and flammable, right? So if anything is hazardous, like hairspray, anything in a spray bottle, perfume, they're not going to ship that because it could explode, paint, anything like that. You could do a lot of those fulfilled by merchant. Those are some items like that are the only items that we really do fulfilled by merchant. But you want to make sure that if you see any of those items at a store, you're going to know FBA is not going to allow you to do it because it's just too much of a liability for them if it were to explode in the mail. But what we do for our shipping, like I guess you're asking, we have two strategies for shipping. Like one is our fulfilled by merchant, and we're going to do screen shares of all that. It's really, really easy. The shipping, if you're doing a merchant fulfilled order, you literally, it'll pop up like a new sale. It'll pop up like a new sale, and then you just click manage your orders and you just enter the box dimensions and the weight, and you can print the label. Always print, always print on Amazon directly because they offer you a huge discount on any shipping plans. And then if you're going to do your shipment to Amazon, like the whole thing, so when we first started, we were doing like shipments 5 days a week, and it was exhausting. Like it really is exhausting. So now we try to just do shipments maybe 2 days a week, and it's just a process of what you do to ship each item. If y'all want to look and kind of see what it looks like before we release the course, we do have a step-by-step video on our YouTube. It did kind of I try to blur out some private information that somebody told me was on the video, and part of it blurred my eyes. So I might look like a demon for like 2 minutes, but you're still going to get some valuable information from it. Dude, Kohl's is amazing. Okay. I've been kind of weird about the pandemic. So I hadn't like really been going, and I'm kind of a recluse from working at home for 4 years anyways, but Kohl's and Carter's, that was like my therapy, going to these places, as weird as that is. You go to Kohl's, go to the bra section. They have a lot of good stuff. And then the baby. Those are the main places. And then a lot of times you could sell stuff after the holidays, like from the gift type section. Home goods at Kohl's is kind of like, I find it hard to sell, like bed sheet sets and stuff like that is really hard. So the Facebook group, I am not a fan of Facebook, but I am a fan of Facebook groups with like-minded individuals because like you can ask questions any time of the day, and I guarantee it's going to be somebody in there who's going through the same thing. And then we're going to have like the topics broken down. I made the group, but I haven't invited anybody yet because I want to wait to just send one email once everybody gets everything. But we probably could try to make it a little earlier, maybe like make it by like Wednesday for y'all, so y'all can go ahead and get in there. Kohl's, Carter's, I'm trying to think where else I could share. Dude, you can actually sell a lot of items from grocery stores, which is kind of crazy. Now I will tell you this, like, while I am sharing like certain categories and certain items, like a lot, and this might be an unpopular opinion, but like in a Facebook group or something, I really wouldn't go post exactly what you get because you're just like opening it up to competition. Like if you're never going to sell it again, maybe share it then, but just remember at the end of the day, you got to worry about you and yours. So I'm totally fine with sharing like places and like which sections to go to, but don't tell a bunch of people that you know in real life. It's like, okay, probably barely any of us even live in the same town. So like you and every Carter's, every Kohl's has totally different items. And if it is in the clearance section, Carter's is on the restricted brands list. Okay, most of Carter's stuff, and let me say this too, a lot of restricted brands, if the item is discontinued, if they no longer make it, a lot of times you can sell it and it will not be like restricted. You won't have issues. So most of Carter's stuff, almost every clearance from Kohl's and Carter's are discontinued items. And actually, if you look at a Carter's tag, they have something that's like the date of birth of the item. And most everything we get is like 2018 to 20, like usually older. So I could tell you the exact store and you're going to go to the same store, same section as me, and you're going to find a totally different, it could even be the same item, but a totally different size. So keep that in mind. They do have a lot of bras at Kohl's that are restricted. Like I know Playtex, Hanes, those big brands like that are definitely restricted. All right. What types of poly bag do you use for shipping clothing? Yeah, they have to have a suffocation warning. And I'm going to get a page with just like all of our supplies that we use. I didn't want to throw that all in here and people get freaked out that they have to buy all this stuff. But you do need, if you sell clothes, you have to put the item in a poly bag. And we get all of those on Amazon. Yes, my course is point A to Z on how to be Amazon FBA seller. Brittany, I just saw your question right now. It's going to start beginner and then go more advanced. So like, don't let it overwhelm you because it is a lot of information, but we broke it down very, very simply where you can like just have a certain question, go to that section and check it out. Yeah. All right. Awesome. Yes. We do have, I need to go update that Amazon list because I haven't been on there in a while and just make sure everything is up to date. And I'm going to share, I just discovered a new company that is a small family owned company, which we love supporting. And I'm going to post what it is because I can't remember the name for the life of me right now, but they have the cutest packaging and the price is so competitive and it's like free shipping over a certain amount or only like $5.99. So, all right. Yeah, Lori, you're going to love Kohl's if that's nearby you. Dirk, you got anything else you want to come share? All right, so do y'all have any questions for my partner, Brooke? Because he can answer from, I guess, his point of view. Will you send us a new Amazon update list? Yes, we will. Okay, so I don't know if y'all got the course or not, but anybody who got the course, we're going to send a list because I want to go update everything because I did notice a couple things were out of stock and we did change a couple things we get. So I'm going to go update all the supply lists and I will send that in an email to y'all just so y'all have it.
I'll definitely be able to send that email out through that list.
So Brooke, what is your favorite thing about selling on Amazon?
Freedom to work when we want. A lot of times we work on weekends just because we like to do things during the week. And
yeah, we're working at 9 o'clock on a Saturday right now.
We do end up working more just because we like it, because we see the money that we make where we don't dread what we do anymore. We're kind of just hanging out and work throughout the day. And that's a really cool thing to be able to do nowadays.
Yeah, it's totally different when you're working for yourself. Like totally different. Okay, yeah, awesome, y'all. I have the emails going somewhere. So we just said update everything we're doing now. We are learning like how to build an email list, how to build this course, but we have the knowledge and I am very confident. We built a $4.5 million Amazon business. We're going to figure all this out too. So awesome. Thank y'all so much.
I think we figuring it out, but I think we could help you guys out.
Oh yeah.
And we provide a lot of good value throughout the 4 years. We learn a lot of good things and we could answer pretty much almost any question you throw at us once we sign up and we have this Facebook group rolling.
Yeah. And anything like we don't know, like we're never going to lie to you. Like if I don't know something, I'm going to try to find the answer for you. And we have built actually from TikTok and Instagram, a pretty good network of other Amazon sellers. And we learn so much, like we learn something new every single day, honestly.
Yeah, Brianna, we'll throw that Chase Sapphire link.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We will. I didn't want to like be spammy, but if you're asking, I'll absolutely. And I'm definitely a nerd. Anything like any bank account I go with, any sort of credit card, I go to nerdwallet.com, research the crap out of it. So yeah, absolutely. Thank y'all so much. And thanks for joining us on a Saturday night. I was like, I don't know if anybody's going to come, but I'm so glad that y'all did. All right. Just
let us know if y'all have
please be spammy. I'm not going to be spammy, but I will definitely, and our course is going to have all that information as well, but I'm going to send it so that y'all can get started. Don't like go spend a ton of money on a ton of stuff, but I want you to get the basics, like the tape. And then for the products that we send to Amazon, we get all of our big boxes. I'm talking that we send everything in. We get those at Home Depot and Lowe's.
Yep.
How much are they? Like
they're under I want to say they're under $2.
Yeah, I think it's like $1.75 or something like that. But listen, where we used to live, we lived right behind a Kohl's, and if I used to be in the waste industry. I would go to the recycle bin and just get all their boxes, like honestly.
And what are you guys looking to get out of it? What are you guys wanting to learn? Is it the private label, the retail arbitrage, the online arbitrage, drop shipping? I'm kind of interested to see what you guys are wanting to learn.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, yeah, $1.68, perfect. Yeah, let us know that, because how do you combat Amazon competition? Have a few items that Amazon itself listed I cannot sell for the life of me. Okay, yeah.
We try not to find those high competition products is the key.
Honestly, we try not to compete with Amazon. Usually if Amazon is on a listing, we don't always not do it. Like if it's a book and they sell it new and the used price is profitable, we'll still sell it. But it's their world and we're just lucky to be invited to it. They will rarely give you the buy box over them. And the buy box is what everybody sees when they go to make an order. So yeah, I want to learn private label. I've been homemade entrepreneur for the past year, have some funds to invest in my business. Okay, dude, private label is the smartest time-wise, because you're going to long-term, and that is how we learn. We learned from private label and then did retail arbitrage. So
yeah, and Brittany, definitely, I want to say in the email automation you're going to get for your confirmation of the course, there are a couple PDFs in there, and I want to say one of them definitely has a couple of links for what you need.
Wait, I think I could post it in here. Let me grab this link real quick. I think I could post in the message in here, but I'm going to go update it. So y'all...
I dropped the link also a couple of times earlier. It's probably fairly deep in now.
I know it's on all of our YouTube videos, and it's like our favorite items on Amazon. And I even have like my favorite books, like everything. I'm pulling it up right now to drop it here for y'all. But if some items are out of stock, like whenever I finish this tonight, I'm going to go update it. So if you check back like by tomorrow, it'll be a little bit different. But look, I'm going to drop it in the comments. I think it's, yeah, there you go. Okay, perfect. Yeah. Okay, what's an example of private label? So private label could be any product, literally any product. So I'm going to do, I wish I could share my whole screen right now. But so what's the example of private label? Like, okay, it could be anything.
The best example of a private label,
it's an item.
Would be like a fidget spinner, say, and you would just put your brand name on it.
Yeah, so think about Shark Tank. You're not going in Shark Tank with a brand new product, concept, or idea. You are literally just, okay, so let's say a red t-shirt is like, they're selling a lot of just red t-shirts. And you are not going to make a whole new product. You're just going to get a red t-shirt. Sasquatch soap, exactly.
Another good one is like beard oils.
Beard oil, yeah. Like anything that, okay, think about a product, like a lot of people for electronics, they want like a Sony or they want a Fender guitar. It's an item that people don't care what the brand is. They just need that item. So like if your kid is having a dress crazy for school day, you don't care. You don't need Tommy Hilfiger. You don't need the finest brand. You just need that item. So you are doing research and you're seeing products that already have a high demand, but they do not have a lot of people selling it. So it's going to be high demand, low competition, and a high profit margin. Yeah, does that explain it?
And you simply just find a manufacturer and put your brand logo on it, and it's a private label product.
Yeah, so you can go to Alibaba and you can find whatever product you want, or you can like make your product a little bit better. A lot of times you can do a bundle deal. Yeah, avoid competing with Amazon Basics because that is owned by Amazon. And then if you ever see anything being sold by Zappos, that is also owned by Amazon. So it's basically the same thing. So I'm not saying that you can't sell anything, but they're not going to give you the buy box unless if you are way lower price than them. So I would just try for items. They have millions of items that they do not sell. So there's no point in, it's like trying to like David and Goliath. Like,
and always remember, there's always new products. There's always new niches that are popping up at any given time. So there's always a spot to get into the market quick.
Always. 100%.
It's just a lot of research and making sure all the numbers add up and you're not scared to pull the trigger because you did the research, everything checks out, and you know you're going to make the money. So no point in holding yourself back.
Exactly. Yes, we will. We're going to go over it's not the main focus is we're going to go over every single thing, the basics of what you can do to do each one. Because there's so many different options, and I think each has pros and cons. So I want to give you the information, and then you can make an informed decision for what you want to do. Where can you find that information? Like high demand, low competition. We use Jungle Scout, which is an amazing, amazing system. But you can also just go look.
We also have that linked in the PDFs if you purchase the pre-sale.
Yeah. And we have an affiliate link for that gives you a discount. So if anybody wants to get Jungle Scout, I think it ends up being about $30 a month. If you end up getting it, we can send you the link for that. But it is amazing. And in our course, we show you exactly how to use it. It's literally a Chrome extension. You look up anything on Amazon, click the little button, and it tells you so much information. It's insane. I could go on Amazon right now and look up any item and tell you exactly how much they sold. So it is powerful. And that's why you need to go with numbers, not just your opinion. We have never tried products from IKEA. We live in like a small town in Louisiana, so we don't have an IKEA. And isn't it like furniture? Like we don't ship anything heavy. So, okay, look, let me grab my Jungle. If y'all go look on I think my latest YouTube video has all these links as well. But I'm trying to go pull it up. I just want to stay here where I can see all y'all's questions as well. All right, let me see what else. Okay, the bonus is that the bonus is different. It's going to be like a list of a bunch of stores that you can shop online, in store, different ones that I mentioned in here, probably stores you've been to before that we have the most luck. One more tip I want to give y'all is, when you go to stores like Home Depot, Lowe's, Target, you want to go look for items that were like online returns. So I know at most Targets, they will have, let me give them the Jungle Scout thing. They will have So I think that what am I trying to say? Oh, for example, Target, if you look on end caps, they have a lot of items that were bought online and returned in store, and those can be very profitable. You usually can only get one of them, but we've made a lot of money doing with those is a good thing. So that is a place you want to look. Ooh, this keeps going off. Okay, yeah, look, I just grabbed this link, so give me 1 second. I'm pulling it over here for you. All right, I think that this is it. Okay, we will do better next time and have all this. I was just like, I don't want to give them a bunch of links to start out with. I think that's it, yes. All right, yeah, the clearance end caps, y'all need to look for yourself too, because that's where I find all the good stuff. And I think Target must have some policy because most of the times they make it at least 50% off, but you can get way, way, way more. Yeah, so the bonus is going to be different. All right, y'all, I think I answered pretty much everything that y'all have. So I think we're going to wrap it up for tonight, but thank y'all so much for giving us your Saturday night. It was one of my best Saturday nights in a while. What about you?
Yeah, it was pretty good. So thank you guys. It was fairly easy, and y'all were really patient with us.
And had all these great questions, which we have answers. If you have questions, it's so much easier when you throw that out there for us. So we so look forward to working with y'all soon. Anybody who didn't get the guide yet, it's going to be on sale for the next 48 hours. So I think until Monday night at midnight. So you have until then to get it. The $249 price is going to go up the following on Wednesday. But yeah, so we're so happy that we hope that we were helpful tonight, and we are super excited to hear about y'all's sales.
Yeah, and like I said, whenever y'all need, we're here for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, y'all. I hope that y'all all have an amazing weekend, and we will talk to y'all soon.